Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Victoria 2, episode 4, I believe we're on. I want to quickly give a little bit of an introduction before we get started here. I've been doing a little bit off camera. I haven't progressed any time, but I've just been looking into some things. And without saving, I just did a little simulation of war with Canada, because we've been talking about that. What would happen? I was just curious. What would happen? And I was bored. Maybe I shouldn't have been cheaty looking into the future, but I figured what would happen if I just lined our troops up there, waged war on Canada for Quebec without, expanding our military, without doing anything. And so I did that. I waged war on Canada for Quebec, I think, and I used the command console to switch to one of these countries just so I could see the British troops, what they were doing, without having to actually do anything. And I watched the war. It lasted about 3 years until I just quit. And I noticed a couple things that made my speculation off-key. I believe I said this in the last episode, how we have to blockade India. Either that or I was thinking it afterwards, but one of the things I really wanted to do was blockade India so they didn't send ships. But throughout the whole 3-year war, no troops were sent from Britain or India over here. We had no allies, really. The thing was, though, already on Canada itself there were almost 100,000 men, and that was very tough. But our troops fought them for a little bit, and after a while, the British troops just settled on Quebec City and Trois-Rivières, those two provinces, all 100,000. They just sat there, and the U.S. troops went around the entirety of Quebec and occupied it all. So I don't know. So if that were to happen in a war right now, we could very easily win it, but the thing is, it might not. The Brits might just say, okay, move their troops, and then we might be in big trouble. But another big thing I forgot about, Liberia. It's our satellite. And right after the war began, Britain added a war goal to annex Liberia. And they held up to 26% war score against us because they had captured Liberia, because they had no troops defending it. And we can't have Liberia not enter the war. Like, I asked the Allies to join the war, but none of them did. It said it was impossible. I guess they don't have ships or something. But Liberia, we can't. They automatically join the war because they're a satellite of us. And so that's a big problem. We need somebody to defend them. And so I decided I'm still going to put my southern troops in Central America, but when the time comes for war, I'm going to move them from Central America and put them in Liberia to protect it, along with a small fleet. My main three, with all that being said, probably doesn't mean a lot to you guys. My main three focuses for this episode are, 1, increasing relationship with Mexico. I don't know when and how I want to attack Mexico to take our territory, but the one thing I know I can't allow is Spain to sphere them. Because if they do that, then we're toast, pretty much. Because, I mean, in a hardcore war between us and Mexico and Spain, we could probably win. But why go through that hassle if we don't have to, honestly? So I'm going to put all of my influence points towards Mexico, and not only get good relations up to friendly, but kick Spain back down if possible. We're going to take the points off of USCA for now. We're going to take the points off of Brazil for now, as well as Chile. Oh, and we can play on 3 actually. Oh, Luxembourg has gone bankrupt. That's fine. I'll go on 2. Number 2 that I want to do is increase relations with the European powers, specifically France, Russia, and Prussia. Apparently the UK is allied with the Ottoman Empire, which isn't a big deal. The Ottomans are just there. So that's pretty good for us. So we can increase our relationships with all the other great powers, and therefore we might be able to ally with Prussia or something, if France isn't an option. And lastly, I still want to build up my navy. I figured it out. The military tab up here says 34 out of 156. I figured out how I can make that full fleet, 156 full, and have enough to blockade all of India, all of the provinces of India, around India, and then even if they don't try and send troops, just to be safe, and then use the rest of our ships to blockade our coast and the Canadian coast when the time comes. So we're going to do that this episode. And I'll play. But first we can enact reforms. Let's see, do we have any movements for these reforms? The suffrage movement has 500,000 people behind it. I'm not sure. 4.4% of the population want non-secret ballots. 18% of the population want universal voting. So let's give them universal voting. Boom. And we can't do any events for like a month or something anyways. Our consciousness just went way down. That's good. So, I'll pause real quick. Let us see. Let us start building a navy. I don't even know what we have as a navy right now, but I'm not even counting that. I've decided for India we can do a 3-to-1 ratio between 3 frigates for every 1 commerce raider. And you see, commerce raiders take, I don't know if you can see in that box on the bottom, supplies weight 3. That means 3 of this 156. So we could have a maximum of 50 commerce raiders if that was all we had. But I figured it out, and I'm going to have about a dozen commerce raiders to block India, and then 36 frigates, because those are only 1. And so a 3-to-1 ratio. So for now, we have Norfolk as our merging point. And that's fine. I'll move this fleet up to Washington for now. Norfolk can be our point. And so we're going to build our... Ooh, boy. This is going to be weird. Trying to build this fleet. How about... Yeah, I'll do this. Build Navy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's kind of funny. And 12. Now we have our commerce. We can only build them at level 2 or higher. I suspect that's going to kill our economy a little bit, so let's raise up the taxes a little bit for the middle class, because they have it exceptionally well. Let's raise this from 65 to 85 for now. And also, I noticed it would be nice if we had a shipbuilding yard, and we can build a steamer shipyard right there. So let's support it. The essays. Ralph Waldo Emerson's first collection of essays were published in 1841 and introduced the world to a new, rather mystical philosophy indigenous to the New World. Although many Europeans didn't consider him much of a philosopher per se, his influence on continental thinking was unmistakable, most significantly on Nietzsche. I'm not actually sure what that is, but speech is a kind of act, we get some prestige, and everyone becomes more in favor of moralism. Okay. So we just completely are supporting this steamer shipyard. Oh, and the paper mill. Oops. But I guess the paper mill's okay. The Copperheads, who favored a peace settlement with the South. All pops in Alabama. Or just Green Bay. Let's do just Green Bay, because it's a year and whatever. Okay, control for one project. I have no problem supporting the steamer shipyard, because we kind of need it to help build our ships. Okay, I'll just leave that. And I'd like to upgrade our We have little under 100 unemployed men, but I'd like to expand this canned food factory as well. Let's do it. We need $10,000. Now let's do it. Forget about it. Expand the canned food factory in Massachusetts. We can, since we have a negative relationship with Mexico, or a hostile in the opinion column, that's the worst it can be, so I'm going to wait until we get like 100, so that we can actually like boost up twice instead of just once. A newspaper. USA's relations with the Russian Empire. A new patent. Napoleon the First returns. Let's look at the newspaper. The body of Napoleon Bonaparte, who died in 1821 on St. Helena, was exhumed and returned to France in December 1840. Hundreds of thousands paid him their respects. American Anti-Slavery Society. There we go. That's fine. Leave them be. And so our Navy is building a dozen commerce raiders, which are all going to meet up in Norfolk. And while that's going on, I will tell every other place to make a frigate. Honestly, don't even have them. You know what? Oh, ooh. Actually, don't even make it a rally point. Let's just let them all make it their own places and stay there. And on all the one-level ports, let's make frigates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we'll stop at 12 for now, because I don't know how long it's actually going to be before we get this war, but, you know, I just want to be prepared. We'll send the rest of our men to South America for now. And I've also decided that I'm going to make the extra Texan troops and send them to South America as well. Let us see. We need access to Liberia for the future. They will accept. There we go. We're getting a bit done. The right side, we gain the... Okay, Luxembourg. UK has discredited Russia. Naval base in Washington and Long Island. Let us see... Can we expand these any? No, we can't. They're being expanded. We have $50,000. We're still losing money. Let's lower military spending overall to 75%. Oh, not that low. 65%, because we're not using the military right now too much. Let's tax the rich or the middle class, because the dark blue means they're getting their everyday needs. Oh, the light blue means they're getting their luxury needs, which nobody else is getting, so let's tax the heck out of them. Let's increase our education to 65% if we can. 44% of our population is literate, which is kind of low, but that's alright. I should have probably... Yeah, I probably should have gotten some naval techs before I started making all these ships, but that's alright. It looks like... let's go on 3. It looks like they are building alright. Some of them... Yeah, artillery. They don't have enough artillery to be built right now. A lot of them are building, though. That's good news. Let's see what military units we can build. Build army. Oh, only 1 Texan unit now. Okay. We can build more Yankee units in Ohio. This is our normal unit. We have 3 cavalry, 1 artillery, and 3 infantry. And what do we have in the main army? Oh, that's terrible. That's just terrible. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I think we should do, make some of those units and put them here. Where's our meeting unit for this? Baton Rouge. How about no? Take Baton Rouge off. Merge. Scientists in our country have discovered clinical thermometers and binaural stethoscopes. This new medical equipment simplified the work of doctors and improved the effect of their work considerably. Effect, population growth 0.02%. Yeah, so we're going to make some more units and place them there. Build army. We cannot make engineers yet. Let's build some cuirassiers. Cleveland and Columbus. Cuirassiers. And let's tell them to meet here in Richmond. Anti-slavery society. That's fine. And let's only leave 5 units in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's get rid of the 9th Infantry. And move these guys over to this unit and merge them together so they have an extra thing. An extra man. So they're more even. How's our influence looking? Oop, a ship got built. We're looking good. Oh, the frigates are already building. That's good. How's our relations looking? Oh, we already have 100? Okay. Pause real quick. Increase opinion to opposed. Oh, because they have like negative 100 and they have like negative 500. Oi. Uh-oh, that's very bad for us. Alright. I completely forgot about that, but we'll work around it. Wickedness must be stamped out. I think Prussia should definitely be our second choice, and Russia third. Increase relations with Prussia to 85. Ships are being built, and our money, we're getting $300 a day. I guess it's 300 pounds. Our unemployment is alright. We're building the factory still in Massachusetts. Let's see. Oh. Is Brazil influencing them? Yes, they are. Not on my watch. Not on my watch, guys. Decrease opinion of Brazil, or of the United Kingdom, proceed. Now they're opposed. That is exactly why I like to charge it up, so I'll put that back on 1 bar, so that we can charge it up again, in case we need to defend. They're also going for the USCA, not on my watch. The conservatives are getting low. I don't like that. Let's also put 1 bar on the USCA, honestly. It's worth it. Let's put these on the... Yeah, I have no double... no heavy base in these. Wilmington has... So I need to expand a base in one of these. Wilmington has more people. Supply limit is more in Wilmington as well. They have more infamy, but their main prop is... scientists in our country have discovered realist art. The realists opposed the ever-present glorification and dramatization in the arts. Their ambition was to portray the world naked, just as they saw it with their own eyes. With an unblurred vision and eye for each detail in their surroundings, they set their focus on the everyday life of the ordinary man. Effect, shared prestige, 10. Copperheads, we have more important concerns. Close. Wilmington, I think, is probably the better choice. They're both going to become CSA places later on. Yeah, Wilmington will become our second base. Expand. We have $100,000. We're looking good. Charleston, now there's also not one in Georgia, so Charleston or Savannah. Historically, I don't know. There's probably a base on one of them. Charleston has more people. Their resource is coal. I can tell this in the left box because, like, right below the picture of farmlands, there's, like, that cotton. And in Charleston, it's a coal thing. Their workforce here is mostly laborers in Charleston and slaves. I think I'm going to go with Charleston. Although they're close, Wilmington and Charleston are right next to each other. I'm tempted to go with Savannah just for the sake of moving, of like distance, but okay, Charleston it is. Charleston gets a naval base. Ta-da! How's our sphere with Mexico looking? Not too great. Oh, yeah, it's okay. Increase opinion. Oh, yeah, it's now neutral. Nice. President, we have finished the research of clean coal, which will give us the following benefits. Clean coal, and then you can see the benefits. Coal, sulfur, iron, coal, sulfur, iron, mining and production output. And then what are we going to research now? Well, I really want to research a military tech. I don't think we're going to war immediately, so it's not a big deal. We get the biggest boosts from commerce and culture, but industry is very needed. Idealism. I want to do a naval tech, honestly. We can't even do these until 1855. Wow. Organization. Alright. Let's start doing these as much as I don't know. These cost less even. Let's do this. Railroad max level. It'll be done in March 1845. Underground Railroad, leave it be. And our army's building, slowly but surely. These are all Yankees, so we should be fine. Pause for a second. Let me merge these men. First Army and Second Army. I don't care what leader it gets, but yeah, there we go. Dragoon. And for another unit, I guess they could use another Dragoon. Or a whatever. Let these men float to here, to New Orleans. And then see if we can make that Texas cuirassier. I don't know if I want to make it a cuirassier. I guess so. Why not? Texan cuirassier. What soldiers are we making? Any? Yeah, we're making... Oh, just that. Do we have any rally points? We do. Richmond. Let's turn it on in New Orleans so they go there. Vaccination. This method meant that one could immunize animals and humans from illness that flourished. This made life easier for man and cattle tending more profitable. Army attrition, minus 5%. Military hospitals, plus 1%. See, so we're doing pretty good, guys. It might seem boring, but in the long run, it'll definitely help us out. What has Britain been up to? Sweden, Denmark, Punjab, Indian places, railroads have been built, naval factories have been built. Nice. Let's increase our relations with Prussia again. If we can ally with Prussia, that'd be pretty cool. Who do we have good relations with? We have decent with Russia. Let's do that. Oh. Mexico. cordial. Yeah, I think Spain might have actually stopped influencing them, which is great for us. Franz I dies. At the age of 67, Emperor Franz I of Austria-Hungary died, and his mentally and physically impaired son Ferdinand I ascended the throne. Regents assumed control of the government for him. Deutschlandlied. Breakthrough in Austria. Moral Crusaders. New patent. Alright, well, Border Ruffians. Grim news. Sorry, guys. I hate doing that, but... let's reduce our taxes again, because we can. Let's keep these on, like... Let's reduce our tariff, actually. Oh, God. Let's reduce our tariff to 5%, if we can. Reduce these taxes to 90%, and these to 80%, for now. Increase our education to 75%. Oh, Tennant Creek Botanical Expedition. Rumors abound in botanical circles that the United Kingdom has launched a botanical expedition to Tennant Creek. According to the rumors, the flora of Tennant Creek is a veritable cornucopia of beauty and biological diversity. While Tennant Creek is a British colony, we should attempt to send an expedition of our own. It might be frowned upon, but the discoveries we could make do have a strange allure of their own. Send an American expedition and gain prestige, or lose 5 prestige. I think we'll gain prestige, thanks. Leave the Underground Railroad. Upgrade military spending. 75% again. And actually, we can increase our naval budget, I guess, to 55. Reduce our construction budget to 80. We're losing money a little bit. It kind of fluctuates. Our naval budget, yeah, we're losing money, so let's go back down to 55 here. According to the budget tab, though, we're making money, so I'm not sure. We have not taken any loans. We've given a bunch of loans. Let's actually... I wonder, can we influence... As a great power, we have the right to influence other countries by, like, paying for their railroads and stuff. So I want to do that for some of these countries, like Colombia. Let's see. Panama is a state of Colombia, so let us see if we can't we can invest in railroads or factories. We can build factories, apparently. So, we can click to build in all provinces of the state. So yeah, let's do that. Oops, so there we go, yeah. We're now building railroads in all provinces of the state of Panama, which should help us later. Knights of the Golden Circle. Press Society. Ecuador. Add to sphere. Boom. And reduce that to 1. Look. Do you notice something different? I wondered why Spain wasn't influencing Mexico anymore. It turns out Spain lost their world power status and were replaced by the Netherlands. That's actually hilarious. I'm going to increase relations with the Netherlands. I wonder if I can ally with them. I probably should try. But wow. That's why. So Spain is pretty much, or Mexico is pretty much ours for the taking at this point. Because nobody else is after them. So, good job, guys. And ladies. I mean, that's great. I just noticed that now. I don't want this to be a super long episode. I just want this to be like a, you know, Romanticist literature. The Romanticists finally broke with the classic demands on strictness and correctness by celebrating and exploring human emotions and imagination. They set the path for future artistic movements in the 19th and early 20th century. Expressing their emotional response to nature were, amongst others, William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Lord Byron, Percy Bysshe Shelley, and John Keats. Effect 1 prestige. That's nice. There we go. And actually, who else were we trying to influence? Where's Hawaii? Let's look by alphabetical order. Wickedness must be stamped out. Let's increase in Hawaii as well, just for the heck of it. Oh, okay, we're allied with them. Let's sphere Hawaii as well, since Spain is pretty easy. Who else is our ally? Venezuela and Ecuador are both. Let me see, where's their capital? They have level 0 everything, so how about... How much does a railroad cost? $2,500? Oh, please. What's their infrastructure looking like? Terrible, everywhere. Let us build in all provinces of the state. There we go. Look at that, and look at Panama. Oh, you can't build in the middle. Oh well. But yeah, all the red is where you can't build yet. Wickedness must be stamped out. And let's do the same in Rio de Janeiro, honestly. We like helping our allies in central... Ooh, pit coal. Pit coal was much more high-graded than brown coal, and at this point, new techniques made refining pit coal much simpler. Effect, coal production output plus 50%. See, we like helping our allies. Our buddies. I'm going to have to look at the pops for this one in 1 second. After I see about... Oh, the Netherlands is already allied with Russia. RIP. We can still increase our relations with them. All aristocrats and capitalists in Maryland or Baltimore? Let me see. How many aristocrats and capitalists are there in Maryland? As a state, aristocrats and capitalists in Maryland. 700 or 800 aristocrats and how many capitalists? So about 1,000 there, or Baltimore and craftsmen and laborers. Are there no craftsmen and laborers? There are no craftsmen and no laborers there, so yeah, sure. See, I always check the pops to see who will get less consciousness, pretty much. And let us see, what else can we influence? Prussia? Or increase relations? Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, the Cannes Naval Factory has been built. Our naval bases are done. We cannot expand them again until we increase the naval doctrine, but that's okay. Oh, geez, there's a giant Canadian force over there as well. I would also like to build a small fleet over here to block this if possible. Leave it be. And honestly, let me just pack these dozen or so up. That's a commerce raider, that's a commerce raider. Oh yeah, okay. I know what this is, okay. Alrighty, so all these little guys. Ooh, presidential elections. We're gonna vote all the conservative stuff and hopefully we win. Let's take off craftsmen for New England and let's switch them up a little bit. Craftsmen for New England. Craftsmen are the green. There's like nobody. How about Virginia? That's where... Yeah, that's where that clipper ship factory is being built, so that's where we want that. And as for soldiers, that's 2.9% of the population, 1.7%, and 2.9%. Let's get more soldiers out of Pennsylvania. And soldiers, let's see how many more we can build. We can build Yankees all over the place. So, let us build without... Richmond, where's Richmond? Oh, New Orleans, turn that off. Let's turn Richmond off. Let us put it in Washington. And let's make... We can make 4 men, so I think we should make an artillery, 2 infantry, and a cuirassier. Sounds like a plan. An artillery. 2 infantry. And a cuirassier. That's the beginning of a 3rd unit, so that's okay. And what were we doing? Anything specific? No, just employing men. And see, we're already at 82 of 196. Oh, because those bases upgraded, our number upgraded as well. We're at 196 instead of 150 something, which is fantastic. Let's see, those should all be limited citizenship. Let's just start piling them on, I guess. 4. Oh, yeah, we only need 3 per thing, so 1, 2, 3. We're just moving our ships around a little bit. Free trade, we like. Let the chips fall where they may. So those 2 are done. This one... these 3, yeah, that's who these waiting on. And then these guys can go down here. Mosquito Coast. And that's a commerce raider as well. Interventionalism, I like interventionalism. State capitalism. There we go. And that's frigate. Oh no, that's a commerce raider. That's 2 commerce raiders. Wickedness must be stamped out. And so, let's merge these. Free trade. Let the debate take its own course. Oh, I messed up there somehow. '17th Fleet. I messed up here somehow. What? Okay, well this is silly of me. See, the 1 commerce raider should go elsewhere, like... interventionalism. Yeah, there we go. Let's just put some there. I don't know how I'm messing these up. Really. Panther. Move him over there to Charleston. Ooh. We can increase our sphere in Hawaii. Free trade. Let the debate take its own course. We are now friendly in Hawaii. Soon they'll be in our sphere, which is fantastic. Our consciousness isn't looking too bad at all. Mexico is almost ours. I'm not actually going to take it anywhere, but I'm going to start opposing people that might influence them, like, oh, Spain's a world power again. RIP. Rest in peace, Netherlands. So yeah, we'll definitely... oh yeah, we're definitely going to have to kick down those guys again. We're friendly now, so we might as well... come on. Limited citizenship. Decreased opinion of Spain. Right off the bat, cordial. There we go. And we can reduce this to 2 ticks. The 9th Fleet, I don't care. There we go. We have a decent representation. That's a commerce raider. Interventionalism. Yes. That's a frigate. I'll just put all the frigates down here. That's a frigate. That's a commerce raider. That's a frigate. That's a commerce raider. Hey, congrats! The Conservative Party got 89% of the vote. Those should all be, yeah, frigates, so, they can go here. Meet that guy in Charleston, who is a commerce raider, just what we want. That's a commerce raider. That's a commerce raider. And I guess guys who are done, I don't know. I guess I can put them over here in Houston, in Texas or something. Just for now. Over in the Gulf of Mexico. Wow, we've actually passed like 3 years. That's pretty amazing. Oh, because I've been going on 3 the whole time. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. Steamer shipyard has been built in Richmond. Let's see, how's that going? Okay. Alabama. Okay. Aristocrats and capitalists in Alabama. We have 2,000 aristocrats and 50 capitalists, so 2,000 against Mobile, craftsmen and laborers in Mobile. And there's 0 craftsmen and laborers in Mobile, so let's go with that one. Newspapers. Ooh, early railroad. Nice. Pause so we can research something else. Let us do ideological thought for max focus. That should be done in about a year. What I should be doing is clergyman, honestly. Yeah, I haven't even thought of that because that gives us more research points. But for now, I'll do these 2. Until, like, I guess 1846, and then I'll swap one. Let us see. What was I doing? Oh, I was looking at this. Railroads. How do we support all? Shift. There we go. That should do it. Just dandy. Support all the railroads. We like to be industrialized and stuff. We have 133,000. Let us help the USCA a little bit. Help them get an infrastructure going. They're at 0% everywhere, so. Oh, they don't allow foreign investment. That's sad. Sorry, guys. Was gonna try and help. Venezuela. This is Venezuela, right? Yeah. Just double checking. I don't know what factories or whatever they have, so. They don't really have factories, I'm pretty sure. Because yeah, they have 0 industrial power, which means they have no factories. Okay, because they're in that world, yeah, so. What we can do for them. Oh, geez, we're at 45 minutes. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll cut off here in a minute, but what can we do for these people? They have lots of coffee, lots of, I don't even know. What is that? Tropical wood? And timber? They have timber and tropical wood. What is tropical wood used for? What is tropical wood used for? Let me see. Production. We probably don't make it. It is used for luxury furniture factory, so let us build one of those. All of that red makes lumber, or the tropical wood. Let's see, which one of those is most in a state? This one. That's in Brazil. But how many people really live there? Only like 2,000. Yeah. Wow, people don't even live here, guys. That's, ugh. There are 10,000 here. What state is that? It's still in that state. 38,000 live here. What is that? Coffee? What's coffee used for? Can we do anything with coffee? No. We cannot build a factory with coffee for them. Therefore, oh well, forget factories. Forget all that. So, yeah, we got, I guess I'll wrap this episode up. So, look, our economy's doing pretty great. In fact, we can increase that to full capacity. Even put our, leave our tariffs where they are. Put our tariffs here back up to 85% to compensate. Put this at 90. Sorry, I'm changing my mind here. Put that at 80%, 85%. So our economy's doing great, our production is doing well, technology's okay. We're gaining 4,000 people a day, our consciousness is great, and we're building quite a decent navy, so I think we're doing well, guys. I hope this wasn't very and boring episode for you guys. You know, it was pretty fun for me, and there's definitely more to come. If it does seem boring right now, I apologize, but I promise in the future it'll be worth it. That's going to be it for this episode, but thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. If you like seeing me play Victoria 2, or if you'd rather prefer that you see me play Minecraft or some other game, let me know in the comments. I appreciate any comments I get, whether it's support or constructive criticism, whatever the case may be. I greatly appreciate your help, your opinions. I think your opinions do matter, so I love to hear them. Once again, this has been Duke. Thank you all for watching, and have a great night, or day, or afternoon. Whenever you're watching this, really. Just enjoy it.